So we're live anyway, so hopefully we'll get a few tuning in. They were all, well, it wasn't much notice to give them, but well, most people knew we were going to have an investigation tonight anyway, you know. I'm looking forward to Saturday night's investigation if it does take place, if we can. What, are you available for Saturday night, Claude, or no? Yeah, no, that's grand, because we're trying to get a woman to come out with us, because we reckon McGladrey will be
bit more.
Are we doing that again?
yeah.
And I got a load of stuff the other night and sort of want to get him again.
Yeah, that's true.
We can do it Sunday night or something, so I can suit everybody.
Sunday night would suit me. But what about you, Damien? You've worked Monday morning, haven't you? There's our one viewer. Hello, two viewers. So yeah, we'll just I'll just wait till a few more people tune in. Huh? Yeah, let's see. I'm just wondering, will there be many police patrols will go past, because I told them we'd be here tonight. It's just because it's so close proximity to an actual main road.
Yeah.
That's why I told them that we'd be here, you know. But your man said there's no problem. He says as long as you and your team either haven't got the coronavirus or you haven't been in contact with somebody who has it, she says it's all right. You can go ahead and investigate, you know.
How do you answer that one?
They don't even give you a test.
Exactly. So how do you answer?
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
So apparently, like, there's new studies or something that
Something to do with
stomach problems, like diarrhea, and that they're meant to be the first symptom.
Paranormal Shenanigans is live now. I'm even getting a notification that it went live myself, you know what I mean?
So did I, got one there too. I think you're live, Pops.
There's Catherine. Well, Catherine, how's things, Catherine? So we'll just wait a wee minute for more people to join us. Then we'll just go through the history as well, and then we'll walk up towards the keep, show everybody around. Because
Let's take this on.
I actually just stick that on and keep it on through the whole lot as well. That'll be a good idea.
Yeah. See here.
Hello, Ryan.
Get something.
Hello everybody. Hello, Sal. So yeah, we'll get ready to rock and roll now. Hey, Lorraine. Yeah, there's a few people watching now. Guys, welcome to Thursday night's investigation with myself, Clodagh, and Damien.
How's it going?
We're down here.
Nothing on the television tonight, folks.
Yeah, there's nothing on the television. You know, this is the best entertainment you are going to get of a Thursday night. Paranormal Shenanigans. You can't beat it. We're here on the main Newry to Warrenpoint dual carriageway, just outside the town of Warrenpoint. We're down across the left-hand side of the dual carriageway. We are at Narrowwater Keep, which is just there in the distance, guys. I'm not too sure whether you can see it with my head torch. Just there's there. I don't know whether you can see it. We'll take us up there in a minute and show you about. I'm just going to go through a little bit of the history around this place. Where we are investigating this evening, the Narrowwater Keep. 1641. This is actually a double investigation thing, because there's a couple of stories around where we are this evening. And Narrowwater Keep was just across the road from the main Narrowwater Castle. And in the year of 1641, it was the McGuinness clan were the owners of Narrowwater Castle at the time. And they had a harpist who played in the castle for the family's entertainment purposes. And the McGuinness's daughter, Lasara, happened to fall in love. Hey, Erin. The McGuinness's daughter, Lasara, happened to fall in love with the harpist. And of course, you know, her father had other plans on who he wanted to marry his daughter. So obviously, Lasara and the harper, they were not given permission to marry, and the harper was interred inside the keep, where he tried to escape, and he jumped into the water in Carlingford Loch here. This is a stretch of water here that takes you out to the Irish Sea. During his attempt to escape, Lasara and the Harper sort of eloped and they were caught, and the Harper was put in narrow water keep. And during his attempt to escape, he jumped into the waters here and he was caught by a sentry, and the sentry shot him, and he eventually drowned in Carlingford Loch. And Lasara, getting to hear about this, was that heartbroken. She herself was interred in the tower as well. And she just couldn't live, she couldn't live without her lover. And she tricked one of the sentries who was guarding, outside the door of her cell, and she slipped past him and ran up the stairs and actually jumped from the top of the tower into the waters below and drowned herself. So it's said that on stormy nights, you can actually see the spirit of Lasara jumping from Narrow Keep, and you can actually hear the music of the harpist playing around Narrowwater. So that's the first story. The second story I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just going to take a little walk back here. So I'll just give us a little bit of history first. Just bear with us, folks, because it's an important part of the investigation. The 27th of August 1979. Well, Jared, 27th of August 1979. There was a convoy of British Army trucks were making their way from Ballykinler Army Base in County Down to Bestbrook Army Base in South Armagh. Hello, Margaret. Just as they were passing this lay-by here along the main Warrenpoint and Newry carriageway, a bomb hidden in bay hills and in the back of a lorry here exploded, killing 6 soldiers automatically. And in the follow-up, there's loads of police and army and fire brigade and everything dispatched to the scene. And in the follow-up, just across the road at the gates to the main castle, they set up a command point, the army. And about 20 minutes later, after the first explosion, the IRA, who were sitting across the far side of Carlingford Loch, which lies in the Republic of Ireland, the IRA detonated a second bomb, killing 12 soldiers. So there was 18 soldiers killed altogether. And along this stretch of roadway, 18 soldiers of the Parachute Regiment and the Queen's Own Highlanders. It was the single biggest loss for the British Army since the Battle of Aden back in the 1950s. Just along here, guys, I'm just going to show you this here is a memorial to the soldiers. Here we are here. And from this point onwards, guys, I'm just going to say anybody making any political comments or anybody glorifying the death of the soldiers in this stream here tonight will be automatically banned from the page on the group. This is a paranormal group, we're not a political group, and I will not accept anybody making comments about what happened here. So this is the memorial, and it's said that it's not even on the anniversary. It's said that people who have been driving from Warrenpoint to Newry late at night have been driving past this stretch of roadway and have seen a red light in the middle of the road as if it was an army checkpoint, and they have come across the soldier standing in the middle of the road, who would then in turn ask the person to get out of the car and open the boot, or the trunk as they say in the States. The person would get out of the car, walk around to the back, open the boot, and when he would look, there would be absolutely no soldiers about the place. So the spirits of the soldiers have been seen here many times, and it actually wouldn't surprise me if we encountered them here tonight. Other people who have pulled in to use this lay-by, to sort of go to the toilet, relieve themselves. There's one guy in particular has said he was standing, using this place as a toilet, and he turned around and there was a soldier standing beside him. And he said the soldier, you would know that he was in an explosion, half his face was missing. So this guy, he actually ran back to his car without actually finishing going to the toilet. He was that scared. So the spirits of the 18 soldiers have been seen here many times too, guys. So it's a double haunting. We have Lasara McGuinness and her lover, the harpist, who Lasara has been seen jumping from the tower. And you can see the tower here in my torchlight. Lasara has been seen jumping from the very top of the tower, or Spirit has, and also the music of the harvest has been heard here on very, very stormy nights. So what we're going to do, guys, during this evening's investigation, we're going to go up and we're going to investigate around the perimeter of Narrow Keep. That's what that's what the tower is actually called. It's called Narrow Keep. So this is where we're going to investigate, and we're hoping maybe to get in touch with the spirits of the soldiers, and also the spirit of Lasara and her lover. You know, that was a very, very, very tragic tale, you know. So there's a little brief history, or a good bit of history of why we're here this evening, guys. Now, we aren't allowed access to the inside of the tower, basically because the Northern Ireland Heritage Trust, they haven't started doing tours yet, and because of this coronavirus, I don't know when they will. The tours have usually started around mid-March and they continue till October. They haven't started yet, but as soon as they do, we're going to ask permission for us to do maybe an all-night investigation inside the tower itself and see what evidence we can get. So we had to do as best we could, and so we just have the perimeter of the place to investigate this evening, and that's the best we could do at this minute in time. Hi Tara, sending lots of love back to Team US, and hope you guys have got a good investigation lined up this week too. So here we are, guys. So we're along the lay-by where the explosions took place, and of course there's the tower where Lasara and her lover, of course, jumped to their deaths. So what do you reckon, guys? Well, we'll take a little walk up round to the other side of the tower, and we'll maybe use the motion sensor light up around there. Yep. I'd say we'll maybe try and get in contact with Lasara and the harpist first of all. Dead on, yeah. We'll take a wee walk up here. So guys, we're just going to take a walk up around the other side of the tower, so just bear with us. I can actually feel at the minute that we're not by ourselves. Now, whether that's the spirits of Lasara or the spirits of the soldiers, I do not know.
Well, that would be the guy that's sitting in the cab of that, right?
What?
Yeah, that's who's with us.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about walking up beside us. He's getting entertained, that's right. Hey Ash, hey Morris. So here we are, folks. We're just coming past Narrow Keep. We'll go across there, we'll go around the back, maybe I'll just go up and see which way, if we can get around, maybe get in somewhere around this way. Happy days, guys. The gates are open. Well, oh, lovely. These gates are open now, the main gates aren't open. Obviously, guys, as I said, you know, the Heritage Trust haven't started doing tours yet here, so there's no way we can get into the actual, tower tonight. That's it there. But we are going to investigate around the perimeter and see if we can get in touch with Lasara and the harpist. And then hopefully later on get in touch with the spirits of the soldiers. So just bear with us while we find a good spot to sort of sit down our motion sensor lights. Oops. Absolutely. Can you imagine we came across the spirits of the soldiers tonight?
Oh, that would be something.
It'd be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? I wonder if we can get down, if we can get on down through here. That's just how. See, that's taking us into the lock. Right. So I'm just wondering, is that all dry, or is it all? Huh?
Be careful out there, it'll be very soggy.
I would say that there might be very, very soggy. Even if I had a rock to sort of throw down on it to see if it would sink, you know. Yeah. Hey Mary. Hey Jacqueline. Hey everybody. Yeah, thank you very much, Catherine. As I said, guys, because of the sensitive issue of tonight's investigation, anybody making any political comments about the soldiers being killed will automatically be banned from the page on the group. I'm not having that nonsense here tonight. We're living in peacetime here in Northern Ireland, and there's absolutely no need for that. There's sort of carry on to be going on. So we're just going to see if there's any way we can get down onto here. I don't know whether because this does seem to be this is Carlingford Lock. There's stones. I'm just saying, can we get down onto that or without sinking? Because if we could put the motion sensor light along here somewhere. Because I think it was from this side that she jumped, and this side where the harvest, the music has been heard, you know. I tell you what, right, you okay there? Is that solid enough?
Yeah.
Happy days. That seems to be solid enough, guys. You alright, Chloe?
What are you doing?
Huh? We'll go on down onto here because it's
Okay,
huh?
just try to stay here. Just try to stay on this side.
Just stay on the inside. Alright, no worries. So I'll just get down here, guys. Just be sort of patient with us so that we don't, as long as we stay here, we should be alright. Oh, I thought you said a big rat. Alright, Clodagh. So here we are, guys. Hello, Paul, Mulholland. How is everything? I'd say we're moving on to softer ground. It's actually not too bad here because it's just a bit of mud here.
Yeah.
It's not really that bad. Like it's solid enough here. Just sort of need to watch the tide. Just watch the tide a wee bit.
Yeah.
If we can see the tide coming in, then we'll just grab our motion sensor lights and run like fuck. We seem to be alright here.
Could turn into an epic adventure.
Couldn't it?
Anybody know the Coast Guard's number?
Yeah, guys, just keep the Coast Guard's number just in case. In case the tide comes in and sweeps us all the way to fuck.
I don't think we're going to go much further.
No, we'll not go much further than this. There's the sea. No, we're not going much further than this. I can't swim anyway, so I'm fucked.
But I can swim like a brick.
Are you a strong swimmer, Clodagh?
I'm not a strong swimmer.
Oh, she can save us anyway.
I like to swim like a brick. What's any good news? What do you think about there?
I just set her down there, yeah. We'll stand a good wee bit back then. So I don't think anybody's ever investigated down here, you see.
No.
So Lasara and the harpist may want to tell their stories. So here we are, guys. We're around. There's the Newry Water Tower up there, which hopefully when the Northern Ireland Trust does start doing tours. It's 8:40 p.m. here, Keisha. It's 3:40 p.m. So you're 5 hours behind us. It's 8:40 p.m. here, I think. So there's the top of the Newry Water Tower, guys. The very top window. I'm just actually going to get a screenshot of here. So we're actually hoping when the Northern Ireland Trust opens this place up, we're hoping to maybe get either an all-night investigation in here, or at least just one of these 1 hour live stream investigations. But I definitely want to investigate inside that place there.
Yeah.
And I also want to investigate. Hello, Joe. I also want to investigate the main castle across the road as well. Good evening, spirits. If there's any spirits around, Lasara and the harpist. We're very, very sorry to hear what happened back in 1641. I'm sure it was a very, very tragic time and a very, very tragic event, knowing that your family would not allow you and your lover to be together and wanted you to marry someone else. We do know that yourself and your lover drowned in the waters of Carlingford Loch. My name is Pabs, and this is Clodagh and Damien.
Hiya.
And we are not here to cause any harm. We're not here to cause any damage or any offence, guys. We're here to try our best to communicate and to hear your story if possible. And if we can't get any communication here, we'll go around the other side, you know.
Sarah, if you're here, can you make that light turn on?
There's the motion sensor light there, guys, sitting on top of the rock. So, we're a good bit away from it. So if it comes on, then that's the signal that there is spirits around us. And if we can't get in touch with Sarah and the Harvest Lover, what we'll do, we'll go back out onto the main road, which will be a bit noisier. Hey Fiona, which will be a bit noisier, and we'll try and get in touch with the spirits of the soldiers. You know, but it's just the idea came to me last week just to investigate down here, because last week's investigation in the Bluebell Murder House, it was only just a mile away from here, from where we are now. So I just thought about this place for this week. Have we any spirits among us this evening? At the side of Narrow Keep? Is there Lasara or any other spirits would like to come forward and make contact with us? Oh, 36, that's the most we've ever had.
36.
So as I say, guys, we're not going to waste our time standing in the one spot for too long, because we're so close to a main road. I've had to notify the police about our presence here, and also because that memorial to the soldiers has been vandalised on many occasions. So if members of the public saw people with torches walking about, they could get suspicious and phone the police. So I just notified the police that we would be here this evening, and we had from just after 8 until 10 p.m. We had to be away out of here after 10. So we're not going to waste much time in the one spot. If no spirits come through, we're just going to move on.
Yeah, it's quiet here, Pops.
It's quiet here.
Yeah.
So there's no spirits here, guys. We're not wasting your time. As I said, I would rather... Oh!
No, it wasn't me.
As soon as we said that, guys, the light has come on. As soon as we went to walk away from here, the light has come on. And, you know, myself, there's Clodagh and Damien there. We're a hell of a distance away from the light. So maybe the spirit's seen us here and have decided to come up and make contact. To the spirit who just turned on that light, are you a male spirit? Are you a female spirit? Are you a child spirit?
Are you a soldier?
Or are you a spirit that just happened to be walking past? Do you want to talk to us at all? See, if the light only lights up once, it's still evidence that that there was something around us.
Sailor?
Could have been a sailor, because remember the night we did Kilbrony Graveyard, Clodagh? I said that there's Carlingford Loch was a famous place for shipwrecks. That was one of the reasons why St. Brona set up the convent down there, was to help, you know, people who were shipwrecked in Carlingford Loch. So it could have been the spirit of a sailor, right? Sal said she's getting something from the soldiers. Sal, what is it you're getting from the soldiers, or what is it you're getting from around here? That light came on when, you know, and we're a good distance away from the light, but we don't know exactly who the spirit is. You know, if you can tell us what sort of feeling you're getting, or sense you're getting. And as I said before, guys, nobody better be making smart ass comments
No.
About the soldiers, okay? Forced to do so can wave bye-bye.
Is there anybody here?
Unrest, Sal. Sal says she's getting unrest.
I'll be honest.
So, like, this is not resting here.
Have we the soul of a restless spirit among us? Is there anything we could do to help you move on? Guys, I'm going to turn on the spirit box. As usual, we'll probably have our normal screenshot takers this evening. And, oh, holy shit, 42. We'll have our normal screenshot takers this evening. And again, any guys, you're not getting anything from the keep, Sal, no. We'll just turn on the spirit box for a minute, considering the light did light up, and we'll see if there's anybody here. If any of you guys hear anything, just let us know on the spirit box. So have we got the spirits of Lasara and her lover here this evening? Oh, what was that?
I didn't hear that, Derek.
I know.
That's going to be the killer. That's where we're going to have to rely on the people who are watching.
Yeah, pretty dark is right, Catherine. And we also have the noise of the traffic on the dual carriageway to contend with. Have we any of the spirits from Narrowwater keep among us this evening?
There is a price tag, that's right.
I thought he said middle myself, Jacqueline. Yes, that's what I thought I heard. Who is the lady that's trying to get through to us? Can you please speak a little bit clearly? Just come up beside us and talk into this little device. Yes, Cheryl, Brigadier General would have been a rank over here in the army, yes. Lasara, or your lover, are you here among us this evening? Shannon, you guys would like to ask?
There's a spirit of a soldier with us.
Well, there's music coming through.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Guys, did any of you pick that up? That To the spirit who tried to do an Elvis impersonation.
Try again.
Can you please come forward and tell us your name? Just come up and speak into this little device I have in my hand. Don't be afraid to approach us. We mean you no harm. That's what Catherine said. Catherine said it sounded like no. Margaret said hello.
Yeah.
So hello, spirits. Come over and talk to us. Don't be afraid. Fiona said she heard hello as well. Sal, she's shuddering all over the place, she's saying. And she feels very strange.
Is there anything evil among us?
What sort of feeling are you getting, Sal?
That's the sort of the same voice again.
Yeah.
Is that the spirit that's not rest?
To the male spirit who's trying to get through to us. Come over and please tell us your name and talk to us. Is there anything we can do to help you?
Soul in purgatory.
What have you been arrested for? Are you the gentleman that fell in love with Sarah McGuinness? See, there's a screen that keeps trying to get through as well.
Yeah.
And Catherine sends an evil around us. Are you the lover of Sarah McGuinness? There's somebody played in a French accent. Did you hear that? Italian, was it? Guys, did you hear that? Somebody trying to come through in a sort of European accent, French or Italian? Is there a French or Italian gentleman among us? There he is again. Fascinating, is that what he said? Fascinating. So to the gentleman who said fascinating, can you tell us your name? Or can you tell me what it is that you have to do with Nara water? There's a child trying to get through now. To the gentleman with the European accent, were you the lover of Sarah?
Why is the soul at rest? Not at rest. What did you do?
Yeah, he's going, just one like that.
This is the evil boy, I think.
This must be the malevolent boy.
The malevolent one.
So, to the spirit who was going, do you not want us here? Yeah.
Did you get that?
Oh, there's
That's like
a violin.
Yeah.
See guys, what we're probably getting is all the residual music from the likes of the castle and the tower. That's all coming through the spirit box.
Yeah.
So to the guy with the European accent, do you not want us here?
There's it again.
We're also getting a lot of music, folks, as if, you know, there was a sort of a ceilidh taking place in the castle. There seems to be a lot of residual energy coming through the spirit box this evening. We're here primarily to talk to the spirit of Laura McGuinness. No. Oh, who was that? We're getting a lot of residual energy coming through the spirit box this evening, guys. We're getting a lot of residual music. There's it again. There's it again, guys.
Who's playing the music?
Can you tell us what the special occasion is when you're playing the music? Is the French-Italian spirit still with us? Yep, that's him.
What are you celebrating? Repeat that.
Please speak slowly and clearly, spirits. See, when that motion sensor didn't come on, I didn't think we get much communication.
No.
But we're getting a hell of a lot. There's that guy again. What did that say, Sal? Sad. So, to the French-Italian spirit, were you imprisoned here in the tower? There's the music again. That music's coming through loud and clear, right? Did you try at any point to escape from the tower? And were you caught trying to escape? Again, were you sentenced to death for any crime that you have committed? He was a musician. That's right, Catherine, and the way you're saying he was a musician, I actually think we're speaking to Lasara's lover. Because Lasara's lover was a musician, and when they tried to elope, they were both caught and imprisoned here in the tower. The musician tried to escape and he was shot, and he died, he drowned as a result of his injuries in Carlingford Loch here. And when Lasara found out about it, she jumped from the top of the tower and drowned in the loch as well. So I reckon we could be talking to the spirit of actually Lasara's lover. So to the person playing the music, to the spirit playing the music, were you Lasara's lover? Here guys, Sal said the soldiers want us to go to them. Okay Sal, does the soldiers want us to go to their memorial that I just showed you earlier? I thought I heard something like that, Jacqueline. Mind your back, it sounded a wee bit similar, something along those lines. She said mind your back. She could be warning us about the tide coming in, maybe.
No, it's gone so far.
Yeah. Basically, guys, all we're getting is music. We're not really getting much. There's not many words coming through right now. Lasara, could you please come forward and talk to us? Please do not be afraid. We are not here to harm you in any way. Now, I am still nowhere near that light. You have to be over there. You have to be over right beside that. I'm just taking a little walk around, guys, but as you can see, I'm still a good distance away from the light. So, Lasara, please don't be afraid to come and talk to us. We do not mean you any harm. That's right, Colette. I do believe there is somebody of French or Italian origin here with us this evening. I don't know, Jacqueline. Did any of you here say here? Fuck it.
Hello, are you?
Oh. See when I asked, fuck it, the light came on. The light came on.
Or is this the soldiers?
No, so Sal said the soldiers want us to go to them.
Yeah.
We'll go over to the soldiers when we're finished here. So, Sarah McGuinness and your lover. So there's that light coming on again, and I'm nowhere near it. Sarah McGuinness and your lover, please come and talk to us. Just give us some answers as to what happened. Did your father really forbid you to marry the harpist? Is it true, Sarah, that you jumped from the very top of the tower into the waters of Carlingford Loch? Did you and your lover plan to leave Ireland?
John, lights on.
Lights on again, guys. You see, they could be communicating through the light as well if their energy isn't strong enough to actually give us words. So I asked Sarah, did they plan on leaving Ireland and the light came on? Was your father a cruel man, Sarah? Is it true that he locked you and your lover up in the tower, forbidding you to marry each other?
Oh, that was no.
Is the head of the McGuinness clan with us? Oh, your soul's at peace, Sarah, onto the harpist. Oh, there's the light come on. Alright, right. Now we'll be grand. Laurie's pulling there all the time, guys. Ah, thank you, Jason. When I asked was your father a cruel man, Jason said you could say that. So, how cruel of a man was your father, Sarah?
Was he an evil man?
Was he the sort of man who liked to get his own way all the time?
Overprotective?
Were you glad to get away from your father? There's nobody coming through, guys. You know the way sort of the spirits don't have any more energy.
Yeah.
Spirits, are you still here among us? Well, there's that guy again.
Can you show yourself?
Is there any way you guys could manifest in front of us?
Can you touch one of us?
Yeah, come ahead and touch one of us. If you don't want to talk to us anymore, we're going to go to another part of the tower. To Lasara and your lover, I do hope your souls rest in peace. I'd say the malevolence. Oh, see the way. I do hope your souls rest in peace. The light come on.
Thanking you.
Well, thank you very much for turning on the light, Lasara, and to the guy who played the harp. I wish I knew your name, but in the stories it never ever gave your name. It just said you were the harpist. I do hope your souls are at peace, and I do hope you are together in the afterlife, the way you should be.
Yes.
So thank you very much for communicating with us here this evening. And if we ever come back again to the inside of the castle, please come and talk to us again. Right, we'll grab the wee light and we'll head round and see if we can make contact with the soldiers. But guys, yeah, there we go. We didn't think we were going to get any communication from round here at the side of the Newry water tower, and all of a sudden we had a few people come through. Now basically what I think has happened, or what it's turned out to be, I'm convinced now that Lasara's lover was from mainland Europe, was either French or Italian. That was the voice that was coming through. It seemed that there was a girl coming through that seemed to be Lasara. A few of you actually heard her and have actually told us what she had been saying. And when I just asked them, were their souls at peace? Yeah? You alright? Oh Jesus. when I asked guys were their souls at peace, the motion sensor light came on as if to signal yes. So I just hope their souls are at peace, you know. But yeah, we got a good bit of communication there from Lasara and our lover. I thought it was them. It seemed to be them. You know, they were communicating through the spirit box. They were communicating through the motion sensor light as well, confirming this or denying that. I would say the evil entity or the malevolent entity who was with us, it wouldn't surprise me if that was Lasara's father, or maybe one of the sentries who was on guard here at Newry Water Tower. Danny, you hear that?
Is that a whistle? Was it?
No, I'm not talking about whistling.
A whistle?
No, I'm not talking about whistling. I'm talking about I heard a young girl shouting.
No.
Seemed to be coming from around the far side of the tower.
I think we walk around.
I heard some young girl shouting. So just take a walk around here, guys, before we'll go up to see if we can communicate with the spirits of the soldiers. Because I thought I heard a young girl shouting there now. It's a wee bit firmer here, right? But I think we actually picked the proper side, because that's where that's where we got the communication from. I don't know. So whatever book I was reading, so you see, we would have been better off along here, you know. But whatever book I was reading, it told us that it was around the far side where Lasara jumped, you know. So listen, guys, we'll just take a little walk along here and see what we can get. Is it? Right, we'll not go out any further then. But you see, we're not actually down in the lock itself. You know, we're still around the side of the tower. If we just take a couple of screenshots around here, you know.
Maybe just take a wee walk on down, maybe.
I actually think we're done here. I mean, we've got enough answers from Lasara.
If you want, I can ask a few questions on this.
Do you want to ask a few questions on the EVP? Me and Claude will head on round to the soldiers.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what you do. You give Claude the motion sensor light then.
I'll be back up this shortly.
View the other one there, Claude.
Well, they're going to take this one as well. Or do you want me to leave this? Or do you want me to use this one down here?
I'll tell you what, you use that one down there for yourself.
See that green light? That's going to freak me out if I get.
That'll be grand. You use that motion sensor light for yourself, and me and Claude will use the other one. We'll head on round No worries, D. Look after yourself there.
As I said, if you hear me scream, come rolling.
Oh, if I hear you scream, we'll leave you there. See you later. Guys, Damien's just going to stay around the side of the tower. He's going to do an EVP session. Sal was telling us... Hey, sis. Sal was saying that the soldiers wanted us to come round. Now, guys, just bear with us because we are actually going to go out onto the main lay-by just right beside the dual carriageway. So you probably will have to deal with the noise of oncoming traffic. Sorry, but it's beyond our control. It's still early enough in the evening, you know, after 9 or whatever the case may be. I would prefer to do this around maybe around 12 o'clock. So where is the gates? See, there's the gates of Narrawater over there, Clodagh. Yeah. And the bomb was in the lay-by, yes, but the command centre was set up over there. So I'm just wondering, Sal, if you're still watching, should we stay where we are or should we cross over to the other side of the road? Because that's where the command centre was set up. And that's where the second bomb exploded, killing 12 more soldiers. So we're just wondering what side of the road to stay on, you know. So Sal, if you're listening, just give us a bit of an idea, because we know that you're sensing things here this evening, and we know it was you that told us that the soldiers wanted us to come round here and talk to them. So we're just debating what side of the road to stay on. So yeah, we are on a very, very main busy dual carriageway, guys. Well, it's not that busy, but I would prefer to have done this investigation the way that we do midnight investigations now on a Saturday. I would prefer to have done this on a Saturday night at midnight, and maybe we might have had more of a chance of seeing the spirits of the soldiers. So let me see, has Sal answered? Sal must be gone. No, Sal is still here. Michael or Mickey, one of the soldiers. Thank you very much, Sal. Yes, I can remember a name like that as one of the 18. But Sal, tell us this, will we stay on this side of the road? Or will we cross the road to where the command post was set up after the first bomb? Because I was going to say, Clodagh, there's really no point in going down as far as the lorries, because then boys could be bedded down for the night, you know, getting a bit of sleep. If we go down there and put on the spirit box, I don't want to be waking them up, you know. Although beside the memorial would be the best place. Sally says across the road is the best place to go. So we'll just look out so that there's no cars coming. No worries, Sal, we'll go across the road to the other side. Just bear with us, guys, because it'll take us a bit of time going across the road. You okay with going across the road, Clodagh? You sure? Huh? Oh, the lorry sees a car there, they'll not block you in. Yes, just bear with us, guys. We're going to go across the road to where the army set up their command post after the first explosion. Sal is, you know, pointing us in that direction. There's one car coming. We'll just wait till it goes past.
That's what you like.
Yeah, no, it's knocking into their eyes. You ready? So we're just crossing the dual carriageway here now, guys. This car coming, we'll be alright. So we're just going to go over to where they set up their command post after the first bomb exploded. So we're going to cross the dual carriageway here, folks, on to the main entrance of the main castle. here we are here. I'll just take my other torch out, folks, and just show you about. You know, so here we are. Right, so just turn on the auto. So here we are, guys. This is the other side of the dual carriageway. This is the entrance to the main castle. And it was here because you can actually see, you know, there's brickwork just maybe about, well, 40 years old around here, compared to this is really old brickwork here. So it was behind this wall here, guys, that the command post was set up after the first bomb went off. Now what actually happened was, a couple of months beforehand, the ARA had done a dummy run. They had left a car in the lay-by across the road and phoned in a bomb warning, just to gauge the reaction of the security forces. And the reaction of the security forces during that dummy run was that they set up a command post behind here. So the ARA knew that they would do that on the day of the actual bomb, and they were right. On the day of the actual bomb, they set up the command post behind here. And about 20 minutes to half an hour after the first explosion, which killed 6 soldiers, the second bomb went off around here. It was a 500-pound bomb, and it killed 12 soldiers instantly and blew the tail off a helicopter which was taking off. Major Peter Firstman was actually vaporised in that second blast. You know, there was absolutely no part of his body found. So Sal is saying, yes, cross the road, Phil. So, I'm just thinking, Clodagh, if they set up the command post behind here. So I'm just going to get a couple of screenshots, guys, before we start actually trying to communicate with the soldiers. Just in case anybody does come out in the photographs. You know, I would say, you know, the 27th of August 1979, this was a very chaotic scene. There's Damien back. Any luck across the road, Damien? This would have been a very chaotic scene here. At around, what, 4:20 in the afternoon. A very chaotic scene. And just death and destruction everywhere. Vehicles on fire, bodies on fire, you know, just pieces of bodies strewn across the place. You know, even for months afterwards, folks, months after the bombs, people who would have been walking down the dual carriageway were still finding body parts in bushes and trees. That's how bad it was. So, a very dark day in the history of Northern Ireland. So, I'd say along here, Damien, no, we actually haven't got permission to be here. Yeah. I should have actually thought of that, so we'll not spend too long here. Yeah. Maybe just put the motion sensor right along here, because this is where the command post was set up, you see.
Just in here.
So if you just put it along that wall, maybe. Because Sal said it was actually the soldiers wanted us to come and talk to them. And yeah, so hopefully it'll be a wee bit more active here. I don't think the halls would say anything about us being here anyway. We're not doing any damage, you know. So Sal, listen, yeah, you said the soldiers wanted us to come to them, and you told us to cross here. So we're all right here, are we? Yeah. Have you any internet, Damien? There's the light off anyway, so we'll start asking questions in a minute, guys. Just see if Damien's any internet here. If you can Google, or Clodagh, if you've any internet too, would the two of you Google the names of the soldiers who were killed here? Because the Sal's saying Michael or Mickey, and then she's saying Phil. I think, like, I remember hearing the names. You know, I've heard a couple of the names. I can't remember them all.
I do, yeah.
But Sal has given a couple of names. If you can just get the names of the 18 soldiers that were killed.
Yeah, I get that.
And so, good evening, spirits. Good evening to the soldiers of the parachute regiment. Is there any of you who would like to come forward and talk to us this evening? Have you any spirits of the soldiers from the 27th of August 1979? I can actually feel it very eerie at the minute here. Don't know about yous.
I don't at the minute.
Sal Sage is getting Mickey and Phil very, very strong. We're not here to harm you in any way, guys. We're not here to glorify or to celebrate what happened. And anybody who does that will be removed from our group. We just want to communicate with you guys and hear your story about what happened on that fateful day. No. The light's not coming on, so. Huh? Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel David Blair, he was the commander of the Queen's Own Highlanders. They were one of the first on the scene, and he was actually vaporised in the blast as well.
He was killed.
Yeah.
Peter Fursman.
Peter Fursman, that's his photograph that was over there on the memorial.
Yeah.
That's
Brendan Burns.
Brendan Burns was actually one of the bombers.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Killed then.
Brendan Burns, he was killed by his own bomb in 1988, out in Crossmaglen. Yeah, it was said that Brendan Burns was one of the Narrow Water bombers, and himself and another volunteer called Brendan Moley, they were killed by their own bomb just outside the townland of Cregan, just outside Crossmaglen in 1988. So we'll try and make communication with the soldiers, guys. You know, the motion sensor lights haven't really been doing a good job tonight, so we'll just see what we can get. Turn on the spirit box and see if we can get any communication, and if we don't, then we'll just call it a night.
It's not giving too many names here, Pops.
So not no.
It's not. You get any there?
Sal said, yeah, she's getting Mickey and Phil very strong. So we'll just turn on the spirit box and see if we can communicate. So if there's any of the spirits of the soldiers from the 27th of August 1979, if any of your spirits are here, can you please come forward and talk into this little device? I'm Pobbs and this is Clodagh and Damien, and we're not here to cause you guys any offence or any pain. We know it must have been a very... That's right, Morris just said Michael Woods was a paratrooper that was killed that day.
Michael was named there, wasn't it?
Michael's, that's maybe where Sally's getting Mickey from. So have we any of the soldiers from that day here at the minute? There's no Phil. So, but solid sales just getting filled.
Yeah. I've all the names here, Pat.
Huh?
I've got all the names here.
Have you, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the light on. There's the latest come on. Huh?
9-year-old civilian from the colours of Ireland.
Yeah, he was the guy that was shot across. Know the lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's who he was. So the motion sensor light just came on there, guys. So we have communication of some description. Not too much coming through the spirit box. There it's on again. There it's on again. So if we have any spirits of the soldiers among us, can you please come and talk to us? I'm sure the day of the 27th of August 1979 was an absolutely horrendous day for you guys. See, I'm only out there hearing an English accent coming through there. Any of you guys hear the English accent coming through? To the guy with the English accent, to who am I speaking?
Come forward and talk to us.
Are you one of the soldiers that died here on the 27th of August 1979? We're relying on you guys to tell us if you can hear anything coming through the spirit box, because the traffic coming up and down this road, we cannot hear a thing.
Again. That's the third time I dropped that tonight.
Is it? Yeah. Have we any of the soldiers here at the minute? We would just like to communicate with you. Oh, who's up?
Very hard to make out.
Yeah. Very, very hard to make out. Oh, Keisha said Michael.
That's who he's at.
So, Michael, are you here with us? Have we the spirit of Michael here?
This Private Michael Woods. You're age 18.
Private Michael Woods, is your spirit here with us this evening? There's a man keeps coming through.
Yeah, we just can't understand.
Just can't understand him. Private Michael Woods, can you please? Oh, yes. As soon as I said Private Michael Woods, the light came on. As soon as I said Private Michael Woods, the light came on, guys. So I'm sure it's the spirit of Michael Woods we're talking to. Michael, can you please tell us, did you die in the first or the second explosion? And how many soldiers were in the armoured jeep along with you when you were travelling along the dual carriageway? Yeah, That's right, Keisha. So it sounds English. It was 18 English soldiers of the parachute regiment that were killed. So, Michael, how many soldiers in your vehicle died that day? And did you survive the initial blast and die in hospital, or were you killed outright? Can you describe the pandemonium around here after the explosions? He's saying 7. There were seven people in his vehicle.
Who all was with you? Give us your names.
And Michael, did all 7 soldiers die in your vehicle? See, because of that traffic, I can't hear what he's saying. Can you, Claude, or no?
That car just passed, just as I heard a female's voice.
Yeah.
That car just passed. Can you repeat yourself?
Sally said Sergeant Phil something. But there was nobody called Phil that was killed that day, Sal.
I'm just going to have a look.
Well, unless he's actually dead himself, and unless he just died somewhere else, and his spirit's here. Michael, how many vehicles were in the convoy that day? And were you making your way to Newry or to Bestbrook? So Michael, on the other spirit who is trying to come through, could you can use my energy or use anybody's energy to try and sort of speak a little bit louder, but with the traffic going past, we are finding it very difficult to understand what you're saying. There's the light on. I think he's just acknowledging what we're saying. Thank you, Michael. What I would like to do, Michael, I would love to come back here some night, but after 12 midnight when it's a little bit quieter. And if we did come back again, would you be prepared to talk to us again? And have you been made aware of the identities of the people who did this to you, Michael? If your soul and the souls of the other 18 soldiers are at peace, can you please turn on the little light by the wall?
Walk past.
That's right, Morris, but I think there was a Michael that was killed. I think there was a Michael was one of the soldiers as well. I know Michael Hudson, he was the innocent tourist who was shot on the other side of the lock. But I think there was one of the soldiers called Michael too, I think. See, there's somebody coming through, but it's very, very low. Very, very low. So, what is the name of the female spirit who is trying to come through? spirits, your voices just aren't coming through strong enough. Yeah, I can't hear with the traffic. Can't hear with the traffic. You know, and I'm afraid that's the way it's going to be for at least the next couple of hours, folks.
It's a pretty busy dual carriage.
It's a pretty busy dual carriageway here, folks. I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys. There's really no point in hanging around here when we can't actually hear what the spirits are saying, you know. So there's really no point in staying here. What we are going to do, we're going to come back down here maybe some Saturday night. After midnight, when there's very, very little traffic about. We'll come down here some Saturday night. Myself, Damien and Jared will probably come down, and we'll come down here after midnight when there's little to no traffic about, and we'll try communication again with the soldiers. Just watch there, D. I'm going to take a screenshot there. And we will try communication with the soldiers again some Saturday night, guys, because I just know our midnight investigation, we're going to be doing it on a Saturday night on a regular basis, because we had such a good investigation last Saturday night. And we are actually thinking of going out to the same place this Saturday night, because we didn't get all the evidence we wanted last week. And we're convinced that McGladdery and Pearl have other things to tell us. So we don't know yet the definite location of this week's investigation, this week's midnight investigation, but it could be the same as last week. And if it's not, we're going to be doing a place in Newry where the spirits are very, very, are said to be very, very nasty. Jared had investigated there before years ago, when they were just using the recorders on their phones as EVP recorders, and Jared said the spirits were very, very nasty. So we've one or two places we're going to do on Saturday night, guys. We hope you tune in. At the minute, we're just going to call off the investigation here this evening. Because of the traffic, we can't really hear what the spirits are trying to say to us. And we have actually said to them that we will be back. So if they want to talk, they do know that we will be back down. But listen, guys, you know, thanks very much as usual for joining us. We do promise to have a cracker of an investigation coming up very, very soon. I hope you are all staying safe from the coronavirus. If you start showing symptoms, self-isolate, stay in the house, don't go near anybody. You know, if coronavirus cases start coming into the town of Newry, we'll be calling off all investigations, but myself and the admins are talking about different plans to do live streams from our houses and interview people over Facebook and stuff like that there. So hopefully that there will take place if the situation gets too bad in Newry, you know. But that's us for the night, guys. From myself, Clodagh and Damien, we'd just like to say a very good night and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all on the next investigation, okay? Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and see you all soon. Keep your spirits up, yes, keep your spirits up. See you all soon, guys.